Welcome to the magical world of Rapunzel. Are you ready to embark on an exciting adventure filled with enchantment, love, and bravery? Let's begin!
Once upon a time, in a land where flowers whispered secrets and stars danced in moonlit skies, there lived a couple who longed for a child. Their love was like a melody, a sweet refrain that echoed through the meadows. One day, the wife stood by the window, her eyes tracing the distant tower. Its stones reached for the heavens, and atop it dwelled Dame Gothel, a sorceress with eyes like emerald leaves. But it wasn't the sorceress that captured the wife's heart.
What captured his wife's heart?
It was the rampion, the delicate green vegetable that grew only in Dame Gothel's garden. The wife, who was pregnant and had a strong craving for the delicate green vegetable plant that grew in the garden, became increasingly desperate to have some. The husband, brave and determined, climbed the tower to pluck the coveted rampion. He returned home with a handful of the precious leaves, and his wife savored them like drops of morning dew. But the craving persisted, and the man scaled the tower again and again, risking the sorceress's wrath. As he was picking the delicate green vegetable, he was caught by Dame Gothel. Terrified, he begged for mercy. Dame Gothel, seeing an opportunity, agreed to spare his life on one condition: that they give her their child once it was born. When their child, a girl with hair like spun gold, was born, Dame Gothel appeared. "Her name shall be Rapunzel," she declared, her voice as soft as petals. "And she is mine." And so Rapunzel grew up in the tower, her laughter echoing among the stones. Her golden hair flowed like a waterfall, and when Dame Gothel visited, she called out,
What did Dame Gothel say when she wanted to visit Rapunzel?
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair!" And Rapunzel would lower her tresses, allowing the sorceress to ascend. But Rapunzel dreamed of the world beyond her tower. She sang to the birds, and they carried her melodies to distant lands. One day, as the sun painted the sky in hues of peach and lavender, a prince rode through the forest. His heart danced to Rapunzel's song, and he followed it until he stood before the tower. The prince watched as Dame Gothel called out to Rapunzel and climbed up her long hair. He waited patiently until Dame Gothel left and then approached the tower. Taking a chance, he called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
What did the prince use to climb up to Rapunzel's tower?
Rapunzel, thinking it was Dame Gothel, let down her golden hair. The prince climbed up and was immediately captivated by Rapunzel's beauty. "Who are you?" he asked, gazing up on the girl with eyes like forget-me-nots. "I am Rapunzel," she replied, her voice weaving magic. "Dame Gothel keeps me here."
What happened when the prince climbed the tower?
They spent hours talking and getting to know each other, and over time, they fell deeply in love. The prince began visiting Rapunzel regularly, beautiful silk to weave into, a ladder so they could escape the tower together. They planned to run away and start a new life far away from Dame Gothel's control. The prince returned, using her hair as his ladder. They talked, laughed, and shared dreams.
What did Rapunzel and the prince promise each other when they fell in love?
Their love bloomed like wildflowers, and they vowed to escape together. But Dame Gothel discovered their secret. In a fit of rage, she severed Rapunzel's hair and banished her to a desolate wilderness. The prince arrived, only to find the sorceress waiting. Desperate, he leaped from the tower, thorns blinding him. His eyes, once filled with Rapunzel's light, now saw darkness. For years, the prince wandered, guided by memories and whispers. At last, he stumbled upon Rapunzel, her hair shorn but her spirit unbroken.
How did the prince regain his sight after being blinded by thorns?
Her tears fell upon his eyes, and he regained his sight. Rapunzel and the prince returned to his kingdom, where they were joyfully welcomed by his parents. They were married in a grand ceremony, and Rapunzel became a beloved princess, admired for her beauty, kindness, and resilience.